taco dinner ever. We do this a lot. It's a really easy night. It's cheap. It is easy. Everyone loves it. Nobody complains about taco night. So I don't always, but I do usually use like a smaller stock pan like this to cook the taco meat in, or any sort of like ground beef meat like that, because it kind of keeps things cleaner, because it can't spit out as much grease. So anyway, I'm going to start with the pan, and I'm going to heat it and get the meat out. We have a lot of toppings that we put on it, so I'm just using 1 pound of the ground beef. It's 91% lean. It's raised without antibiotics or added hormones. I'm going to add a little bit of cooking spray to the bottom. Okay, so the beef is in the pan, and at this point I am going to add salt and pepper, and I'm also going to add these dehydrated, it's chopped onion. Instead of chopping up an onion and cooking it with it, I'm just going to add some of this in with the meat. It'll rehydrate, obviously. Okay, so that couldn't be easier. Salt and pepper. I'm not going to add too much salt because I'm going to be adding taco seasoning. We have taco night probably once a week. Every other week for sure. So I get the Spice Islands, the large container from Costco, and I'll put that in after this is cooked a little bit more. 2 of the most ripe avocados that we have, and some tomatoes to chop up. 1 heart of romaine. I like things like this. For one thing, it's not very expensive because I'm only using 1 pound of meat. Now sometimes I will use like a 3-pound package and make just a bunch and portion it out and then freeze it to have, it freezes really well, and then it's super easy. You just get it out in the morning and then just heat that up. But I'm only using 1 pound tonight, and what's great about that is that when you have a large family and to make things, give you the ability to save some money, there's so much filler that goes into this that you don't need ultimately that much meat, which is the largest expense of this. I'm going to take a knife and chop this up. We'll really kind of shred it. I have a salad spinner. But you know what? I'm not going to use it. What I'm going to do is this. I'm going to cut it thinly. I'm going to put it in here, and that is how I'm going to wash it. I'll show you. So you just cut it really thinly. I also like to use cabbage. My family doesn't as much like it, but I like it because of the crunch. So I have it shredded now. I'm going to add it into this bowl, fill the bowl with water, and kind of swirl it around and drain it a few times. Now I'm going to take some paper towels. Let this dry on the paper towel. Now I'm going to do the same. I'm going to wash the tomatoes with the same bowl. And I'm going to cut these and just put them straight into the serving bowl. These are small, like cherry tomatoes. I cut them in quarters because they fit better on the taco like that, and because I have little ones and that just makes me nervous. Okay, so the tomatoes are done. The lettuce is drying, and then we have the avocados. So I'm going to cut these in slices. Okay, now to preserve the avocado, which I have right here, I'm going to cut some of this lemon and squeeze a little bit of lemon juice on it, and then cover it with plastic wrap so that it just doesn't oxidize as fast, which is, when it turns brown. So I'm just going to take a large slice. At this stage is when I don't measure anything out. I'll just add the taco seasoning. You add some water. For one thing, it's easier to break up the meat, I think. So I kind of break it up after it's soaked for a little bit, but also gives it a little bit of sauciness. So I'm going to let that simmer. Okay, this has been simmering for a while now, and as you can see, it's so much easier to break up. So I am going to put this, I'm going to let it simmer a little bit longer and then put it in a bowl and then show you the setup. Okay, this literally can't get easier. I mean, I'm doing paper plates tonight. I have it set up just so that everybody can kind of walk through. I should probably organize it better in order, but just to give you a glimpse, shredded cheese, the romaine lettuce, tomatoes, avocado, the meat. I'm using a ladle because it's kind of saucy, but also because it's easier for the kids to use and something little than like one of those big long handled spoons. Sour cream, and tortillas, and everybody will just put it together, and it's as easy as can be. Very beginner friendly. Always remember, a Tuesday is not a Tuesday without a taco. It's not Tuesday. Bye. I forgot, of course, Cholula and taco sauce. Yum. There you go. Thanks for watching. Bye.